Hi everybody, welcome to Campground Cuisine. My name is Cindy and thanks for visiting my channel. You can see from these pictures I've been at the beach at a great camp out in Central Florida right on the ocean. It's been a fantastic time. And my good friend Peggy joined me for a morning to fix up some Seaside Arepas. This is an awesome new recipe you got to check out and you can do too. So let's jump right in. Peggy, tell us how you're getting this done.
Hi guys, I'm going to make traditional Venezuelan arepas. I have white cornmeal here. There are different brands, but in Venezuela they typically use a kind called harina pan. It's got a picture of a woman with like a red bandana, red polka dot bandana on it. It's got a yellow package, but I had to put it in here to save space in the car. So what I'm going to do is put some in here, and then I'm going to salt it. I use a mix of Himalayan and Celtic sea salt. I'm going to take the top off.
So this is your special arepa blend. I like it.
Okay.
It'll be in stores soon.
Yeah.
Peggy's blend.
And just mix it in, and then I'm going to put enough water in it to where it's the consistency of meatballs, because basically what we're going to be doing is making meatball size dough balls and then flattening them out to where they look kind of like a hamburger.
Okay.
Depending on how big or small you'd like them. And then you put them on a hot Budari, which is a flat piece of iron. This was from Venezuela. This one's about 50 years old. And you cook them until they've got kind of like dark brown in the middle.
Uh-huh.
And you can tell when they're done because when you tap them, they kind of like sound hollow.
Okay.
Like that.
All right.
So we're mixing the harina pan. Yeah.
All right.
And now we are going to turn this on.
All right. How high do you put it? Or do you have a feel for that?
I put it on high because the iron has to heat up. Once it heats up, you can put it back down lower.
Okay.
Also, I season the Budari with just a little oil.
Okay. You use extra virgin olive oil, or is there a preference?
Yes, no, I use olive oil.
Okay.
I mean, you could use any kind of oil.
All right.
You don't need a lot. You don't want it running off the sides and starting a fire. You just want to get it coated a little bit. And while that's heating up, we are going to make our first arepa.
Okay.
The normal size, they're normally about the size of hamburgers.
Uh-huh.
There's a traditional way to make them. This is about as small as I can make them and still be traditional. So you just, you know, dreidel. And then when it's like a meatball, then roll it. And then you kind of flatten it.
Uh-huh.
And you put your hand flat, kind of stays there.
Okay.
And you just use your thumb.
Okay.
To pat it. Some people make perfect circles.
Do you use a press ever?
I don't.
Like those tortilla presses?
Nope, I don't use them.
It's all by hand. I like it.
Yeah. And then that's it.
Okay.
One down. Okay, so we're putting the last one down. There's a technique. See, it's kind of sticky, so it sticks to your hand. You pull it up with the other hand and kind of flatten it and round it at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And then you plop it down.
And review with us again the name of the metal platter.
This is called a Budari.
Okay.
B-U-D-A-R-I.
Okay.
These are called arepas.
Uh-huh.
white cornmeal,
Right.
salt, and
Special blend.
harina pan with you know just salt. Some people, you can grate cheese into here, or you can put little bits of sausage or meat into the mix itself. But I like the more traditional way that I was taught how to do it.
The live audience is getting very
and you see
excited.
The bottom's starting to brown a little bit.
Oh, okay. So you don't mind it having just a skosh of char?
Oh no, it has to.
Okay,
It
so
has
we
to
want
be.
the char.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Awesome.
And we found the kind of cheese that I used to get in Venezuela, and if they do say it that they have it, usually it's not as good. So what I do, because the cheese, they have a very strong cheese. It's white cheese. It's kind of like feta. So what I do is mix feta and mozzarella cheese, and it gives me the flavor that I like to have in my arepas. So
Y'all, Peggy's a cook. She's mixing stuff, making her own flavors.
And this, before bread came to Venezuela, this was their bread, and they used to put everything in it, and they still do. I mean, this is just very simple, but you can get anything: chicken, meat, stews. They put everything in arepas, and they also use it as a side. Like instead of bread and butter, they'll have an arepa.
Okay.
You know, usually they'll make that with little smaller arepas like these.
So we're gonna let these get to completion, maybe catch a little bit before completion, and start seeing how the magic is put together. And so we'll be right back.
I don't know if you can hear that. It's kind of starting to sound hollow. That means they're getting close to done. I've shut the heat off because the Budari stays a little hot, and I don't want them to burn. You can also add an egg into the mix, and you can really put anything in the pocket when you make it, anything at all, as if you've got a roll or
even
bread.
Sweet stuff.
Even sweet stuff.
Ooh,
Colombian.
I like sweets.
Colombian arepas are a lot of times made with yellow corn, and they add sugar to the mix, so they're sweet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't add sugar in mine, but that's something else that people do with their arepas. And like I said, I've just seen it in Colombia.
Okay.
So we're almost ready. I'm going to get ready to turn this back on a little bit. Can you hear it? There we go.
Click.
Here's the click.
Click and poof.
And then turn it down. The arepas look about done. You can hear the hollow sound. So now comes the fun part, which I will use this for because they're pretty hot.
I bet.
This one, I try to do the ones that I put down first. Now see, I make a little pocket. Then I put
This is getting serious, y'all.
a little butter. Then I put a little cheese
From the special blend.
from a special mozzarella feta cheese blend, and then I put a piece of ham. Like I said, you can do anything you want with these, and then you kind of let them sit for a minute, and the flavors all blend together. And there's your arepa venezolana.
Awesome.
Who would like the first one?
Karen does. She's been.
Oh yeah.
It's hot. So.
Live audience.
Now, does anybody prefer no ham or no cheese or no butter?
No, I'll take the butter and the cheese, but no
ham? Okay. So we'll do one
I appreciate that.
with no ham.
Is it warm and the cheese is melting and
It's delicious. Can't wait.
I know I'm excited.
Butter's dripping out. These are like.
Yeah, the butter dripping out is a good.
Oh yeah. The dog is out of her mind right now. Look at that. That lets you know what's going on here at the campground. So we are enjoying our arepas.
Delicious.
We've got the butter melting, the cheese, the ham. They're still hot.
You can spare it, Mom? I know.
And they're being passed out. Peggy, you are a star. You always bring it like nobody else. Thank you for sharing this with us and sharing a little bit of your familial culture. and teaching us about a food I had heard of, but I'd never tasted. So I am super excited, and I think I need 2 hands. So the camera is being put down.
Okay. Take care, everybody. It was great spending time with you.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Peggy.
You're welcome.